Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. 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 Yeah, Facebook's starting to work. I ain't going live from the Billy Sessions and Highwayman page because they got it really censored. So I get more people watching me on my personal page here than I can public figure page. Pretty bad. You got to kind of dot and dash out around censorship of Facebook. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Well, guys, we were in Oklahoma City today. Had a pro Second Amendment event there. Basically, the left is trying to stop a permitless carry from being signed into law, and we were there to advocate for permitless carry and stand for the Second Amendment altogether. They were a lot of 3%ers there. Good turnout by EP3 and one of the Oklahoma militias, I think. Um, like I said, it was a good turnout. We had about 60 people there. We had a lot of highwaymen there from Louisiana, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. I think some 3%ers come down even from Kansas. So it was a pretty good turn, real opposition. So it was, like I said, it was pretty good. You know, guys, everybody had good things to say, made good speeches. You know, and basically what I say when I'm in front of a crowd is no different than I say here on camera on Facebook or YouTube. You know, well, we're going to have to start getting vocal. That's where the real fight's at, guys. Yeah, and then the left ain't afraid to do it. See, that's the reason you've got these politicians like Beto O'Rourke say he's going to come and take your AR-15. Well, if that dude ever gets a position that he wants, he damn sure will. Think about it. He's not bullshitting you when he says he will take your AK-47 and your AR-15. Guys, let me explain something about the Second Amendment. It does not define what kind of arm you can possess. Does it? I ain't seen it in there. It does not. There's already guns on the books that you're not allowed to own as a citizen, not unless you want to obtain a Class 3 firearms license. Now, if there isn't any restriction on firearms, and you can just have whatever you want because that's what the Second Amendment says, then why do you have to have a Class 3 firearm license to possess some of these firearms? It's because, no, they can restrict what you can have. They just can't deny you a firearm, but they can restrict what kind of firearms you're eligible to own. Now think about that. You know, guys, we get tore up over some old shitty ass stocks. But wouldn't you be even more upset if they ban your AK-47 or your AR-15? Because they can do that just the same as they did that bump stock. And if you sit back and just continue being quiet, that's what you're going to get. If you don't believe me, look at California. Look at some of these other states. Is that not proof enough? It should be. One vote away. You're always one vote away. Remember that. I'm losing it. It's time for the silent majority to quit being a silent majority before they become the whoop down minority. Because that's what I'm seeing out of conservatives. They're too damn complacent and they're not the stand up people that they should. They don't bother them stand up. It don't bother them come out, march in the damn streets. It don't bother them to rally. And you see these politicians are pandering to them. Well, if that kind of shit didn't work, then why are they getting so much of what they want? Think about it. Think about that. Because you really, really need to. You know, guys, I sit back and I watch it. A lot of people, I know a lot of these guys out here, I don't need to come out and do nothing like that. That's beneath me. I'm too good. Oh, you're too good to lose your damn rights, too. But you know what? You're going to lose them with that attitude. A lot of people think I'm just going to sit back and wait till it comes to shooting war. And I'm just going to. No, you're not. No, you're not. I want to tell you something right now, guys. The right is so damn frightened of the law and law enforcement. They shiver like a dog shitting tax, afraid that they're going to do something that's going to get them in trouble. You know what? You ain't going to get in trouble for exercising your constitutional rights. That's what they're there for. You either exercise them or you lose them. Because they will go away if you do not exercise them. The left ain't scared of exercising them. You know what? Just like Jason Lambell said, he went down there to Little Rock, bombed the man action, had a gun grabbing little rally down there. About 1,000 showed up. 1,000 showed up on Saturday. Why couldn't the left 1,000 show up on Saturday, but the right 1,000 can't show up? If we're the silent majority, then we should outnumber these people. We should be able to roll out 1,000 easy. Then why ain't it happening? I tell you why it isn't happening. Because the right is not taking this shit serious. The right is living in the past. The right is waiting on a war in the woods and to take this country back. When they're not going to take the country back, most of them are not even going to fight for their own community. They won't. They'll sit back on their little piece of land, and if somebody tries to come on it, they'll defend themselves. Remember, themselves, not the community, not their state, and not their country, themselves. It's called self-preservationist. That's what it's called. Not called being a patriot. It's called being a self-preservationist. The real fight is out here in politics right now. The real fight is at these state capitals. That's where the real fight's going on at. That's where your real patriots are doing their patriotic duty at. They're not sitting back waiting on the country to fall all apart before they decide to, well, I'm going to do something. They're not out making excuses why they can't. They're finding reasons why they should. Big difference. You know, you take these guys, I'm a patriot. I went to a Donald Trump rally. Well, that's fine. 40,000 people show up to a Donald Trump rally, but just like Jason Lambell said up there behind that podium today, just because you go to a rock concert doesn't make you a part of the band. Just because you're going to a Trump rally don't mean you're doing shit other than going to a Trump rally. Have you not noticed how much power he hasn't got? Not what he has has got. Have y'all noticed the power he hasn't got? That's what I'm looking at. Oh, yeah, he can do something with foreign policy. He can do something with executive orders. But what in the hell has been done in the House and Senate? Nothing. Matter of fact, everything he tries to do, they shoot it down. He's a lame duck president. And now they're trying to impeach him. Guys, that man cannot save you without you saving him. Y'all are tied at the hip. You are. You like it or you don't. Don't matter. Each and every one of us out here is tied to the hip to Donald Trump. If Trump goes down, we go down. If we go down, he goes down. He cannot protect us without us protecting him. Y'all understand that concept? Because you should. And you know, going to a Trump rally is fine and dandy, okay? But what is that doing other than you just showed up to a Trump rally to see him? You really didn't do anything, but just showed up, said, "Hey, I showed up to a Trump rally." What he needs you to be doing is showing up at your state capitol. What he needs you to be doing is getting up in the House and these senators and representatives in D.C. That's what he needs you doing, more so than just coming to see him and wearing your Trump shirt. Been dealing with it for 3 years. Yeah, he does need us, Jesus. You're right. You're right. He does need us. He needs us more than ever right now. Now, I don't know if some of y'all are in disbelief, whatever, y'all's minds are fogged, y'all's got the rock star mentality. Guys, I'm a realist. I live in the real world. The real world. And you know what? I don't doubt anything that could happen at this point because we're already living in the freaking twilight zone. I mean, who would have thought they'd ever shut damn power off to 800,000 people out on the Bay Area to prevent highline wires from swaying back and forth in the wind and creating forest fires? Who ever thought that'd happen? Who ever thought that they would pass laws in many of these cities where you could just hump up and shit right on the sidewalk? Right in front of a crowd. Matter of fact, I've seen that some of the great job opportunities out there in San Francisco now that they're paying people to shovel shit off the sidewalks, big money. Now think about it. Who in the hell would have ever thought that shit would ever happen? Who in the hell would ever thought that a presidential candidate, one in the mainstream media, would come out and say that if the churches doesn't go along with the LBGT agenda, which mixes like oil and water, that we're going to pull their tax exempt status away from them. That they can't come out here and preach the word of God if it goes against our social policies. Well, that's happening. Same one that said he would take your AR-15 and your AK. The same one that went to Mexico to rally for president. I mean, think about it, guys. This is the twilight zone. Yeah, y'all remember hearing Nancy Pelosi say, we call this the smear tactic and the follow-up smear. We go out here and we tell a lie. Then we let it stew. Then when they start to defend themselves, we come in for the home smear. Say it right there in front of a crowd with cameras rolling. Guys, this is the reality of it. Okay, you like it or you don't. You cannot argue the fact. We're, we're in the almost 3.5 years of Donald Trump. Not a one of those leftists other than Epstein has went to jail. Hillary, she's a walking free woman. Comey's a free man. Even McCabe's free. Now, he might get indicted, he might not. They hadn't indicted him yet. They got enough proof to indict him, but they ain't indicted him yet. What has the Democrats done? When you look up at the scorecard, pretty damning. They've got Flynn. How many others did they get up there? Now, they're already convening inquiry to impeachment. They already got people testifying in the impeachment process against Donald Trump. Seems like to me the left has got the ball rolling pretty good. But what has the right done? They ain't done much up there. They ain't done much up there to the left. I'll tell you that shit right now. I want somebody to come out and argue with me. Come on, please do. I can sit here and argue with you over this. The scorecard of who's winning and who's losing up there in Washington, D.C. Yeah, they got Roger Stone. Stephanie, you're right. They're fixing to try to get Rudy Giuliani. Well, yeah, they can't win by a vote, so they're going to try impeachment. Well, who said they can't win by a vote? Seem to be winning every other way. From the support I see that they got, who said that vote's even going to be fair? Huh? That's what I'm saying. Donald Trump needs his supporters out here. He really needs them. He really needs their support. Not just sharing a few memes on social media. No, he needs your damn support. Having your six don't mean shit on social media, guys. Having somebody six means having it in the real world. This is not reality. Social media is not. It is just a tool to network and pull people together. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not real. It's just a networking tool. That's all I see it as. And I'm proud of everybody that come out today. Yeah, there were some that didn't come out because they were afraid of image. They put image, optics over the top of their standing up for their constitutional rights. If you're going to do that, you deserve none. Okay? Optics ain't going to win this shit. And let me tell you why optics is not going to win this. What has optics won so far? Nothing. Because, guys, at this point right here, there's nothing you're going to do when you come out here and you're a conservative, you're on the right. No matter what you do, the left stream media is going to demonize you and they're going to paint you in a bad light. And if you're scared of what they're going to do to you and paint you in a bad light, why don't you just hand over your constitutional rights? Why don't you just hand this country over to them? Because that's what you're doing. You're being a cuck. Because you know what? They're not worried about what you think about them. They're moving forward. Playing optics over everything. They've got you on the defense. It's time you be offensive instead of defensive. You know, a defense on a football team never won a damn game. It was always the offense put the score on the board. You better remember that. It's time you start playing the offense like they have been. As long as you're huddling up over a corner trying to defend yourself about what they may say about you, you're losing. You're letting a bunch of little green-haired millennials punk your ass out. And that's a shame. You can take it for whatever. I don't really give a damn. I'm out there doing my part. There's a lot of people out there today in Oklahoma City that showed up doing their part. No matter how important you think it was or how important you don't think it was. Nevertheless, those people had the heart to show up and do their part. They did more than just talk a bunch of shit on social media. They took time out on their Saturday and they showed up to stand for the Second Amendment, to stand against communism and socialism, because they understand how bad it's getting in this country. They see it turning into the twilight zone. You know, there's so many people out here that enjoys the freedoms that we enjoy. These guys out here in Arkansas, we had last year we had a Second Amendment rally, which we had a pretty good turnout. We had 430 turnout. It was one of the better turnouts across the country. All right. But there were over 400,000 people in the woods that weekend deer hunting, using that Second Amendment right to go out there and hunt deer. But there was 430 that come out and stood up for that Second Amendment right for those other assholes out there not to bother even showing up, but be in deer woods. Do you think about that? You want to talk about doing things for others to enjoy? It costing you while others enjoy fruits of your labor? What do you think that is? No different. You working your ass off paying taxes for somebody on welfare to sit back and live off of you. Same thing. You're out here standing up for your rights, but you know what? It's also benefiting them too while they're out enjoying them. You're out having fun with them while you're out of money to go to a state capitol or something because you care enough to keep these rights out here. They don't care nothing about that. They just care about using them while they can. Think about that. You need to. Ain't no difference in between somebody that does shit like that and a welfare rat, in my book. So, well, guys, I'm saying it as it is. Like I said, you can either choose to keep this country together, or you can sit back and let it fall apart, making excuses and saying that you're going to take this country back once it falls apart, which you're lying to yourself. You're totally bullshitting yourself. You're so damn scared of the law. You're so damn scared of getting doxxed. You're so damn scared of everything that you're just lying to yourself and you're hoping everybody else will believe your bullshit. You ain't taking shit back. Not once it's gone that far. Only thing you're going to end up hungry in a damn concentration camp somewhere, like the Jews did. That's the truth. You better be coming out here trying to save your nation while you can, while it's viable, while you ain't trying to hide and eat pork and beans and freaking potted meat. You better be able to do it while you still can peacefully. Because the alternative, you're not going to like it. Well, guys, that's all I got to say. Y'all have a good night. God bless. Say a prayer for the country. Say a prayer for our president. And I appreciate everybody that come out to the Second Amendment event in Oklahoma City today.